Welcome to the Void, folks, for episode 1 of Mother Russia Bleeds. I'm Matt David Bones, and this is my first YouTube video ever. I'm so scared, but I think I could do it. Anyways, let's do this. Now, we're playing as Boris. I'm going to be playing as... I'm going to be switching characters every episode. Because mechanically, they work the same, but they function differently. And it's going to be hard to show it in the first level, because everything dies, so I'm going to reserve that maybe for later. But I'm not going to be talking, or I'm going to be skipping the story and the dialogue. And not because it's bad by any means. I'm sure it's good, it's serviceable, it's decent, whatever. What interests me more is the fighting mechanics, the enemies, the characters, the level designs, the bosses, and yeah, what this game brings to the side-scrolling beat-em-up genre, which has not gotten a lot of love over the years. So that's what I'm gonna focus on the most. Now, I played levels or episodes 1 through 4, I believe, or 5. I'm not too sure. We'll see when we get there. So I'm gonna be commentating excuse me, mostly on what I know. After that, God, I don't have any idea how I'm gonna commentate. I assume you just play and then you speak, and that's pretty much it. But it's just so different when you're talking to nothing. But it doesn't matter. Maybe there's gonna be people that's gonna watch, and we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But let's get back to the game. So, in this game, the health mechanic, right off the bat, is very different from any of this type of game that I played. That was a horrible sentence. I'll fix it later. But yeah, in your top left, in case you don't know, there's a syringe up there, and with 3 gauges. That's your health. So when I use it, it goes away, and to refill it, you have to suck on the people that are on the ground. Not suck. I meant extract. You have to extract this liquid called necros from these convulsing bodies. And you know, right there, that's something that's very unique. It's very different, and it's something I really like, because I don't remember any other game that does something different with the health. Not that I could recall. But yeah, you're responsible for your syringes, I guess. And then you could go ape shit. Instead of getting health, you could use it to do that. You do more damage. Your attacks are faster. Your speed is faster, whether that be walking or running. And you could do an instant fatality, which I think a fatality is already instant. It could be slow, right? You could get crushed slow, and that's a fatality. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you could do an instant fatality. I was right. My English is not as bad as I thought. And then this slide kick. Man, this slide kick. This side kick. Oh God. This slide kick is one of the most amazing things that I never knew I wanted in a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Not only is it a means to deal damage, right, but it's also a great way to alleviate the pressure of enemy groups. There's going to be a lot in this game, so it's good to knock them down and you know, try to take them out one by one. But what it's really meant for is to pick an enemy that's hanging out on the side of the screen. Yeah, you know, this genre has been plagued by that, where there's an enemy off the screen and you kick them out. Yeah, I'll just show, for example. Not here, later. But I'm going to show that the way you could deal with large groups. You slide and yeah, you're pretty much good. And that's the problem that, for me, so far from what I gathered, leads to your berserker mode. I'm just gonna call it berserker mode. I feel, yeah, you will use this really to deal with not strong characters really, but big group of characters, to kill them quickly. You know, therefore you could potentially not take a lot of damage. Or, yeah. But, see, I feel like the sidekick, or slide kick, kind of fills that gap. Yeah, you don't kill them outright, but, man, health is pretty damn important. You know, maybe unless you're really good. I don't know. Like I said, I have to play a little bit more to see how I feel about it. But so far from what I played, I really don't use the Berserk mode much. And yeah, you could kill pigs. Here, this is a good example about the slide kick. So if I use a strong attack and they fall off the screen, I gotta wait till they come back. That's pretty aggravating. I don't know what game it was, but there's enemies that do like hopbacks. And I remember I was so impatient back in the day. I used to wait on the side of the screen, and then they appear, and then they hop back, and I just got frustrated. I remember turning off the game. I just couldn't deal with it. But anyways, that doesn't matter. What matters is you can bring them in, and they're all gathered up in the side. Man, look at those rats go, or that rat. Damn. I don't think I've ever seen a rat like stay on the body like that. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, in this stage specifically, if you get rats on you and you know, punching and kicking, I don't think it does anything. But what does is the dash mechanic. You just dash once or twice and they fall off. Now, in my opinion, no, never mind. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna say my opinion because everything I say is basically in my opinion, unless I say in a matter of fact. Sorry, I got sassy there, but I think the most important thing in these types of games is positioning, whether it be offense or defense. And this dash mechanic, it works really well. Now, there is no enemy collision, so you could just walk right through an enemy. You know, but you run the risk of them attacking while you're phasing through their body. But what this dash does, it has invincible frames. And if you don't know what that is during the animation, you're gonna have a moment of invincibility where you cannot take damage. I don't know if this goes for every damage type, like explosions or whatnot, but definitely for hits. And in this boss, you get to really sit there, but you get to really, you know, see it work. So he takes a swipe at you. If he doesn't grab you, he takes a swipe at you, and you get to dodge that. We'll see if he could do it and not make me look like a fool. Okay, there you go. I mean, he could literally like put his creepy hand on you, and you could not take damage. You could also do it going up or down, which it is about the same speed as walking up or down, but I don't think it. I think those invincible frames are still there. Come on, hit me with your creepy hand. So yeah, it does work. Anyways, this is about the time I would use a Berserk mode, I guess, because this is so far the only boss that that has like a big health pool, so you could just wail on him and he dies. The other ones I've experienced, they work in a mechanic level where you have to do this and this and this in order to deal damage. Anyways, that's not here nor there. That's the end of this episode. Next one is going to be the prison, which is my favorite so far because it shows that this game is not just go from point A to point B and fight. There's going to be different ways you're going to have to do that, and the enemies are going to be a lot more interesting, and there's going to be a lot of like change up there. Anyways, I'll be playing Natasha, yeah, to show her off and show off the character. It doesn't matter, I'm talking too much, but if you like this, what you saw, consider like calling me and inviting me over to your house, and you know, if we get to know each other.